Hello friends, welcome to part 1 of my strategy guide for season 2 of Fall Guys. Today we're going to look at the first and second round race minigame, Night Fever. Night Fever is a fairly straightforward race with very little in the way of randomness, so this guide should get you improving pretty quickly. The first obstacles are a pair of bridges with 3 swinging axes. There are some holes in the bridges, so watch out for those. From the start, run close to the centre of one of the bridges. Which one you choose doesn't matter, so pick the one closest to you. Make sure to jump onto it if you're not right in the centre, because the bridges are concave and there is a small lip that may stop you getting on otherwise. Time your run so that the first swinging axe passes harmlessly in front of you. Keep running forwards, again being careful to avoid the holes, but for the second axe, keep to the right and it should again pass in front of you. From there, come back towards the centre, running forwards the whole time, and you should be able to avoid the third quite easily. Next up are the spiked spinning logs. These are probably the trickiest obstacle on the course, so you may need a few attempts to get this one nailed. There are 2 sets of these, 3 in the first set and 2 in the second. Some of them spin more slowly than others. This is entirely random. The slower spinning ones are easier to contend with, but it doesn't matter a great deal. A safer bet is to choose whichever bridge has the fewest people on it. The key to traversing these is to run against the roll of the log, and I find it helps to slightly overcompensate so that you start to veer to the opposite side. Try to angle your camera so you can easily see what spikes are coming next, and you should be able to get through quite easily. Next up is a slime slide with swinging axes. I've seen 2 options for getting down here. A lot of people say it's faster to do a dive down and slide to the bottom, but for me I find it's more consistent to just run down and do a little hop jump at the end to make sure you stay on your feet. Aim yourself slightly away from the centre of the slide to avoid the bumpers at the bottom. The axes generally shouldn't knock you off, but they can kill your momentum, so it's best to try and avoid them. The penultimate obstacle is a long concave bridge with many holes and 2 large swinging logs called Thick Bonkus. I wish I was kidding. As you come onto the bridge, be careful not to fall into the holes at the front. You'll slide down a little bit of a slope, so just be aware of them. Next, get yourself to either the left or the right side of the bridge, and wait for the bonkus to start swinging towards the opposite side. As soon as it does, run, being cautious of the various holes. If you get lucky and catch the second bonkus just starting its downswing, you may be able to run straight through, but otherwise, stop before you get to the second one, and repeat. If you think you're going to be hit by one of the logs, try to get to a spot where there are no holes, and stop running. Push the analog stick towards the log, and this should slow down your momentum and make the hit much easier to absorb. Make sure you do the same again to avoid the downswing. Whatever you do here, don't jump, or you will almost certainly fly off the bridge and be punted straight back to the start. It is generally safe to jump dive at the end, as long as you're sure you won't be yeeted by the bonkus. The last part of the level is your choice of 3 drawbridges. Now these are very easy to contend with, but it's frightening how many people still get it wrong. There's an easy trick to it. As you get to the end of the bonkus bridge, look for and aim towards one of the drawbridges that is just starting to close. By the time you reach it, it should be on its way back down, and you can run over it with little to no fuss. Don't step on a bridge that's starting to close, because you won't be able to get over the gap and you will fall off. If you've chosen the wrong bridge, don't panic. Either let it slide you back down and cross when it starts to open, or if you feel brave, parkour yourself onto a safe bridge and run to the finish. And that's it for my guide to Night Fever. Hopefully anyone struggling with the level should be able to consistently complete it. And anyone just looking to get an edge on the opposition and start racking up wins, I hope you found what you're looking for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.